Autism is it's a development disorder, as it is called autism spectrum disorder, in which there is very limited social and communication skills. Then there is a speech delay. Then there is no eye contact or very less eye contact the child makes. There is hyperactivity in the child. Most important is there is sensory processing. There are sensory issues with the child, and there are many other things which we can tell actually. These are the main ones.
Then तुमच्या भुरग्यामध्ये आमकां ब्रीफ आयकपाक जाय. Tell about brief about the child.
My child is name is Joshua. He is now studying in the 3rd standard in Holy Cross High School, Bastora. He goes to an inclusive school. Regarding Joshua, he was diagnosed when he was 5 years old, and how we came to know that he
Yes.
required that diagnosis is then we saw that he was very hyperactive. He could not sit in one place for a long time. Then he used to line up his toys. And speech, he had a speech. There was no problems with his speech. Then he was very difficult in following instructions. He could not follow any instructions the way we used to tell him. So this is the reason why we went for his diagnosis.
तुमचे फर्स्ट रिएक्शन काय आले? How was your reaction the first time?
We diagnosed Joshua at Setu when he was 5 years old. He was in the lower KG at that time. After the diagnosis, as a mother, it was a real a shock for me because I never knew anything about autism, nothing. So I had a meltdown, but I didn't know what the family would. So many questions were there. What the family used to say, what the society would say, how I'm going to put him in which school, how it is going to go about. That was the main things rolling in my mind at that time.
Okay. The memorable events of your child.
Memorable events means there are a lot of things, but this year Joshua has participated in the dance. It was on a bigger platform, on a big stage where there were lights, sound, music with other children and independently without not my support. So that is one big achievement for me, like this year at least, after 4 years here.
तुमचे एक्सपेक्टेशन गव्हर्नमेंटाकडून कितें आसा? What is the expectation from the government?
Expectations as such, see, Joshua goes to an inclusive store. They require special educator. So sometimes the special educator mainly on contract basis. On contract basis, what happens? One teacher comes, next year she leaves. So then that moment with the child goes. The new one will come. She'll take more time to assess the child, and that rapport between the teacher and the child goes. So I request them to make this post permanent at least, and daily intervention, not daily, monthly intervention of the school should be done. Those are inclusive schools to see what are the ups and downs faced. And I think parent counseling should be done. Those are child who has been diagnosed with autism.
And actually, in private sector
As such, I feel like the therapy amount which they charge when they take the child for therapies is very huge that the parents cannot afford. Some of the parents, so they step back.
Yeah.
So I feel that should be monitored somewhere. Yeah. They can.
Now we want to listen about the routine.
Routine as such, Joshua wakes up. He wakes up in the morning. He has a breakfast. Then he goes to school. I drop him to school. Then the school he's there till 1 o'clock. And then I get him. He sometimes has a small nap. Okay. Then I take up his lessons, whatever the academics are there. Then right now he goes for karate or kickboxing. And after that he comes, we have a bath. Then he goes to sleep. That is his routine.
तुमका difficulties किती face जाता?
Difficulty was initially when he was diagnosed is for the schooling. Yeah. Which school I can put him? Because all the schools are not ready to take a child with disability. Because although the government says that there is inclusive education in all schools have to take them. But then they don't have a resource room. They don't have a special educator. So that was my biggest challenge. But luckily I found the right school after that.
Yeah, okay. एक तुम्ही कमेंट करपा शकता गव्हर्नमेंटाचेर फॉर टू टेक द इनिशिएटिव्ह ऑन दिस.
Comment as such, I feel like somewhere our children are sidelined. Yeah. They say, but somewhere I feel like children with disability with autism, are sidelined, even in the schools or in the society or something. Something need to be there. Some awareness need to be created. More awareness is there, but it is not to that. Parents have to be educated. Some parents have to be told.
Actually, from where we have to collect the certificate for this?
In North, it is the DIC MAPSA. Where we do the disability certificate, then the IQ test, and then the UDID card.
Okay. Can you brief about the UDID card?
UDID is a unique disability identity card for a child with disability that he can use it anyway. It's an identity card for him.
Okay. They get any facilities from that card?
Facilities they say that they get in for traveling and all.
What is the therapy for?
Therapy, there are different types of therapies. Depends on the child, because every child is different. There is occupational therapy, there is speech therapy, there is behavioral therapy, then there is a special educator also. So these are the basic therapies.
Yes. And advice to the parents.
My advice, and with my experience, I feel that the diagnosis at the right age is very important. That should not be delayed, because then the child is missing his therapy. The more the early we diagnose the child, the more the chances are there for him to improve.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the main, and the acceptance is main. That a child has disability, you accept and you do something for him. With that time only, don't wait. Okay, with that it will help the child.
आणि फाटल्या वर्षामध्ये एक पप्पल फिश जालो आनी एक बरो एक्सपिरियन्स जाल्लो. अपकमिंग पप्पल फिशटाक तुमचो तुमकां कितें एक्सपेक्टेशन आसा किंवा तुमचो कमेंट कितें आसा हेजेर?
Purple Fest, it is a very good initiative by the Goa government. I feel like it was really nice that persons with disabilities from out of Goa have come over here. I also had gone with my son over there. So it is a very good initiative. So I feel like every year they should have with this.
मॅम तुम्ही आतां आमकां सांगलें की तुमचो किक बॉक्सिंगाक वयता म्हणून. सो एक्चुअली तुमकां कित्याक दिसलें की किक बॉक्सिंगाक घालचो किंवा कोच कोण कोच कोण ट्रेड करता?
See, everything started from the school. It is an initiative through the school that the children go for, the special children especially. It is only for the special children initiative that they go for kickboxing, and karate also is there. So first I thought whether he will be able to make it or no make it. Then I sent him to the kickboxing. He goes every day. It is from 5 to 7. Sir Hussein is a coach over there who trains them. My son is a very high functioning kid, so he has that energy to do that. First it was little bit with the coordination and this, and because it requires coordination and all, he was little bit okay, so like that. But now he's enjoying it. He's enjoying, and even the sir is treating them very nicely. He's having that patience with our kids, I have to say. And they are enjoying. Our kids are enjoying. They have performed in the Ponda. They have done a demo of the kata, and it was very nice to see them that they can do like other children. They may take some time, but they're doing it. They're doing.
आणि एक्चुअली फाटल्या ऑलिम्पिक्सांक सुद्दां खुबश्यो गोंयांत सुद्दां मेडलां येयली. सो तुमकां कितें दिसता येणाऱ्या हितूर म्हणजे तुमच्या चल्यान वचून मेडलां काडची, वा तुमचो एक्सपिरियन्स, तुमचो कमेंट कितें आहा हेजेर?
Yeah, looking at that Berlin Olympics, a thought has come to my mind. See, even my child can go. Why not my child? Even our children can do it. Only thing we need to push them, and if they get the right channel, the right coach, they can also do it.
मॅडम, जे एक्चुअली भुरग्यांक ऑटिझम आसता खबर आहा, तेंच्यांनी स्पोर्ट्सान कित्या खातीर वचपाक जाय?
See, sports I feel is required for it's like an exercise for me. It becomes a routine for them to drain out the energy. See, autism kids, they say they got a lot of energy in them. So that is the only way we can drop out the energy. And they enjoy doing it. So they don't get tired. They say, at least my son doesn't get tired for long. So he has that energy to do that. Instead of keeping them at home and then wasting that energy, it can be channelized to the right route. And I think the bestest option is sports.
तुमचो भुरगो किक बॉक्सिंगा वयता म्हणून तुमी सांगलें, मेन्शन सुद्दां केलें सर शिकयता म्हणून. एक्चुअली आतां तुमी हे कितें चेंजीस पळयला?
Changes with Joshua, I've seen that discipline has come. See, any sports there is discipline. Even Sir Hussein is very disciplined. Okay, so that discipline is come in him, I feel like. And then his hyperactivity is also come down. It's come down. So he knows where he has to do what. When he goes for class, he has to sit down. So those things, he has become more structured now.
ओके. आनी एक आमकां मातसो प्रोसेस एक्सप्लेन करा की डिसेबिलिटी समज सर्टिफिकेट करपाक जाय जाल्यार प्रोसेस कसो कितें आसा, तुमी कसो कितें प्रोसेस केला?
Process is, first you have to take an appointment at the DIC for his testing, for his diagnosis, and then they call for that appointment. You have to go with the child, the parent, and the child, and the doctor who is in charge. She will intervene and assess the child, and even his IQ will be assessed, and then the disability certificate will be given on what level the autism is, whether it's mild or severe.
मॅम तुमचो फॅमिली सपोर्ट कसो कितें आसलो?
My biggest support, I will say, when Joshua was diagnosed, was my husband. He was there with me throughout, and even now he's there with me. Because if you don't have that support system, especially the husband, it is very difficult, especially for a mother, to go through this phase. Okay, and even my family, and my family also, and my husband's family have supported me throughout. And till now, even I can say my friends, those who know me, even my college colleagues have supported me through this phase which Joshua had gone earlier.
मॅडम ऍक्च्युली न्ही डिझॅबिलिटीचे कार्ड इश्यू करपा खातीर खूब लोकांक प्रॉब्लम फेस जातात आनी ऍक्च्युली ते फक्त गव्हर्मेंट हॉस्पिटलांनी इश्यूज करप आसता काय प्रायव्हेट हॉस्पिटलांनी इश्यू जाता?
See, the disability certificate and the DID card is done only in the government sector by the government. In South there is South DIC, and North here is it DIC North. Problem is that with the DIC is only that they give appointments, but then they cancel the appointments. Which is maybe because there are a lot of children coming over there for diagnosis, because all the schools they send over there only. And main problem is that only the government certificate is valid. Private certificate is not valid. Even if they give also, it is not taken into consideration. And because of this, even the IQ is delayed, and the certificates are pending. And the most important problem faced is at the time of admission for the child, he doesn't have a disability certificate, on which he's not given admission. So the child suffers over there.
मॅडम जे गव्हर्मेंटाचे स्किमी आसता खबर आहा ते ऍक्च्युली कशे आसता आनी ऍक्च्युली म्हाजो क्वेश्चन हो की ते ऍक्च्युली एप्लाय करपाक इजी आसता, हार्ड आसता, किंवा ते कितले स्किमी एप्लाय जाता, कितले जायना?
See, for Joshua, I've done only one scheme, that is a DSS one. There are formalities for every scheme. There are formalities. You need the income certificate, you need the residence certificate. Most importantly is the disability certificate. If it's not there, you cannot apply. Okay, so I have applied I have done his things. But there are many other schemes which we parents are not aware. Even I am not aware. So right now I have done only one scheme for him.
मॅडम गव्हर्मेंट स्किमी आहा स्पेशली डिझेबिलिटी खातीर ते अवेअर जावपा खातीर पेरंट्सांनी कितें करपाक जाय किंवा अवेअर कशें जातले त्या स्किमी बद्दल?
See, awareness, somebody has to give that awareness. Either parents have to give some counseling, this thing, in that they have to be made aware of what schemes are available for the disability or child with autism. That is the best way, I think, you can come to know, other than searching on the net or Googling it or something.
Yes. आणि एक माझा शेवटचा प्रश्न म्हटल्यार जाल्यार एक जे आमचे जनरल व्हिडिओज लोक पळयतात जनरल पब्लीक जे पळयतात व्हिडिओज तांकां एक तुमी मेसेज किंवा तुमी कितें सांगपाक सोदता?
See, for the parents, especially to the mothers, I want to say that a child with autism is a gift from God. You have to accept it the way he is. And our children with autism need lots of love and care. And accept, once he's diagnosed, accept that he has got a disability, and think positive. And you have to always have a hope that he will do something in his future. Make him independent and give in your best. The bestest best for your child. Surely he will do something in life.
आणि एक लास्ट मेसेज तुमच्याकडून फुल आख्या आमच्या सोसायटी खातीर एक मेसेज.
Society, I would like to say that even our children, so don't sideline them, please, and accept the way they are. They are loving if they are loved. They are very loving than other children, if I can say. So just accept the way, and don't sideline their parents also, because they need your support at this time. They need a lot of support, especially the parents of the child.